Them Damn Mexicans presents TDM Talk.
Hey, what's up, everybody, man? Thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of TDM Talk. I'm your host, David, and I'm here with
Melissa.
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, man. Thank you guys for watching every single episode since we've been dropping, man. You guys have been showing out. Even in the comments, we appreciate all the love and the support. So, you know, and even the funny comments that we see, you know, you got some fans out there. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah, no, someone said eye candy to you.
Oh, it was for me.
Yeah, it was for you.
I don't even know how to. Well, in that case, never mind. No,
He's
but
a
yeah,
married man.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys' support and just watching it, man. Because without you guys, man, it'd be hard to keep going, to be honest. Because it can be demoralizing. I think, like when you kind of like, man, nobody's really watching, the episode, and then you start. I think you said something earlier in your TikTok about that, about like the.
I'm like, I always forget what I say.
you said something to the effect of like people watching you like on you with your podcast. So I want to actually congratulate you on now you're on your second episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, second episode of Real Hot Mom Shit, man. Y'all go make sure and subscribe to the channel. It's in the description, so it's easy to find. You ain't got to type in nothing. Go in there and click the link.
Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you.
How's that going?
It's fun. It's going. Yes. It's a lot of like learning, I've never, dealt with the whole audio and video, and now I'm starting to like learn. So it's a learning process, and I'm intrigued because I want to learn more and more and more, even more of like the editing.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to the people who can do that, because it's not easy as it seems, right? It seems like, just record yourself, but no, there's a lot of it that goes to it.
It's crazy because like it'd be so easy. Well, before I was doing editing and all that myself, and I'm still trying to get better at it every chance I get.
Yeah.
But before that, it was easy to go record and bring the content and then move on to the next thing. While the person who's editing it, they gotta deal with it, for however long their process takes,
Yeah.
And I know how it is, because sometimes I get like, damn, I really don't want to, really mess with this. Because it is tedious. You got to really sit there and watch the whole. Yeah.
It's a passion behind it, for sure. You can see the passion behind it, especially with the editing that you do. This is our editor. Yeah, he puts in a lot of good work, because it's not easy, coming on this platform and, talking. But it's something that we want to do, and we're going to continue doing. So even if our followers are not where we want them to be, one day they are. And you know what? You can always go back to these episodes, reflect back on them. We can reflect back on them. And we're going to be like, look, this is where we started, and this is where we are now.
Yeah.
Every year we get to reflect back on this.
And pretty soon, maybe, you'll be seeing us in a new setting, new home,
so exciting for us.
Yeah, be on the lookout for that, man. Just continue to watch and support like you guys have been doing, man.
Spread the word.
Any of you guys have a business and would love to sponsor, DM or send us an email, whatever. We'll put the email right where you can see it, right down here somewhere. Email it. We'll put it in the description as well. There's many ways to reach us. So if you guys want to promote your business on it, get in on it now while we're still, growing. Because once this thing blows up, it's gonna be different.
Yeah, so, back then didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on
me.
Look
at that, Mike Jones.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh my
goodness. So how was your day?
My day was good. Today was very productive. I was in the office, so work from home and in the office are two different lives. But man, I like the balance. How was your day?
That's good. Good. Just. Seems like life is moving like at 100 miles per hour right now.
We're already almost mid-August.
I know, and that's wild because I felt like August really just started, and
basically we're 14 days in deep.
Damn, you're right.
14 days in deep.
Man,
half of the month.
I didn't realize it was even Wednesday until like I don't even know what made me look, and I was like, oh damn, it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I was like, we almost over with, you know, and I think it was like the whole back to school thing, like the kids going back to school, things are kind of trying to get used to that routine.
How is that? Was it hard to get the kids up for the first day of school?
No, it's been cool. It's been cool, really. You know, it's just my little one. Like it's hard getting him to even go to sleep to begin with. He wants to still party. Like
he's up. He's active. He said, "What's up? What we doing?"
He's a night out like his dad. If I'm going somewhere, he want to go too. Like, no, you got school tomorrow, bro. You can't just go.
I could be in the club and my body will feel it at midnight. I'd be like, damn, I gotta go home. I gotta go home. I want to be in my pajamas.
We were in Dallas this weekend and we were at the club and at a certain point I was like, I gotta sit down. I was like, this is not. I can't be
outside with y'all young ones no more.
Young ones out there dancing the night away. Now there was an elderly couple that was dancing, like they was getting in. I said, I gotta give them props because I'm standing there and I'm tired. So I'm like, but man, shout out to everybody in Dallas, man. My boy Crispin with the Global Latin Factor, Elm Street. You know, they showed us mad love. Powder was out there with us.
That's so dope.
You know, we out there just networking, trying to grow our brand city to city, you know. So, you know, hopefully you can come next time and
I want to come.
Up.
I know on Friday I went to like a Tejano night here in Northside off of Parker.
Yeah.
It was so cute. Some old man asked me to dance.
Oh, wow.
Like probably in his 70s. And now it's like, oh, I want to tell him no. But at the same time, like, let me do it. So I danced with him one song.
Oh, okay. What song was it?
It was some Tejano song. I don't know. But I'm talking about this man was like in his 70s. And I'm like, all right, Pops. And then one time he came back afterwards and he was like, you want to dance again? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. And he's like, no, it's fine. He went to some other lady. I was like, God damn.
I'm about to say, he moving on. He said, if you don't want to, I'm good. Hey.
Papa was a Rolling Stone, huh?
Still a Rolling Stone, shoot.
Shit, shut me up quick. I was like, man, they ain't shit when they get older either.
Papa said, baby, I don't need you. I got another one waiting over here.
He's like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yo, shout out to Pops, man. Wherever you are, sir. Hey. That's wild. That's funny.
Yes.
So it was a good time then, I guess. Yes. Yeah, I like that.
It was a good time. I had a good time there. Saw some salsa.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
It's always work and play for me at the same time. If I can make some money while having a good time, I'm definitely in it.
Look, even while we were at the club, we were discussing business, you know, about possibly doing a future event. The place is called Lena's on Technology. Badass place. Yeah, beautiful. 2 stories. I mean, it's just crazy.
I want to go party in Dallas. So definitely.
We will. We're going to set something up to come back because I didn't get to really do a lot of what I wanted to do. So I was like, man, we got to go back at some point. You know, and we're always welcome over. So,
that's
you know,
cool.
And I told him I'll be bringing you with me next time. So, y'all be on the lookout, man. Check out the episodes coming
David soon. Traveling soon.
Yep, on TDM Talk on the road, man. That's going to be cool. Yeah. We'll be hitting the streets too pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I'm excited for it.
Asking y'all all kinds of crazy ass questions, man.
Yes, we want to be on the streets asking crazy questions, and that way we can have more content to show y'all. We plan on having more segments, right? We're gonna make some segments here, so definitely need some input.
Speaking of a segment, we have a segment called Pendejo of the Week, man. So if you guys want to nominate somebody for, it could be baby daddy, whoever.
Ooh, then I got one.
Like we can start now.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I should have said
Say
that.
Less.
Hey, them DMs gonna be lit. Like, well, shit, my baby daddy ain't shit. I had to buy everything for school, and then you know, so. Yeah, send us your pendejo of the week, you know, and then we'll put a, you know, if you got a picture,
like, where
send
do we
it.
Send him to?
Yeah, don't physically send them. Just tell her. You just like, I want to call out. I want to, you know, call out this guy for pendejo of the week. Like, boom, we got you. Put his face on the internet.
Mugshot.
Mugshot. And what about you? What about the other segment we talked about too?
So we also want to, you know, school y'all guys on some history, fun facts about anybody, but it has to be about the raza. You know, somebody with our same kind of, you know, skin color. Just so that way we can put on for Chicanas, Chicanos, Mexicanos, Hispanic in general. You know, it's such a big culture. So, you know, Spanish, you would think English is the most common language here in Texas. But it, you know, it's very diverse, first off. But like, man, Spanish really does take over a lot.
Yeah. I wonder what the most common language in the world is. Like,
it has to be English.
You think so?
Yeah, it has to be English.
Man,
Either English or Spanish, I would say. Fun fact, right? We're gonna come back with that one.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see where Spanish is ranked in the world, because I know there's a lot of languages that are Latin based, Latin root, like French, Italian, and I want to say the Spanish they speak in Spain is different as well.
Yeah.
From
yeah.
Even the Spanish in Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico,
Different
Guatemala,
even in Mexico,
Central America.
Even in Mexico itself is different. And then you go to the other countries, Venezuela, Guatemala, and a lot of the other Latin countries, and it's different.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. We're like, yeah, you could say something in the way you know it as Spanish, and it's actually offensive to somebody in another country.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I didn't mean nothing by it.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
That's just what we call whatever. And so, that's I think that's a good topic to maybe even bring up one day. Just the different variations of what certain words mean. Like we had a guy from Venezuela. So do you know what a pastel is?
Like a cake?
Yeah. Okay, so we know it as cake, right?
Yeah.
I think in Venezuela it's like some kind of sandwich. Yeah, and I remember him saying that in an interview, and I was like, yo, that's wild. Like I would never. You asked me to bring a pastel, I'm gonna bring a cake. Yeah. And you're thinking I'm bringing a sandwich. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be mad.
There's a lot of words that Mexicans use that other languages, like you said, take offensive or have different meanings to. That's why, to be honest with you, from somebody who didn't grow up speaking Spanish, it was so hard for me to grasp Spanish. Because it's like I was getting fed in all kinds of different ways from different cultures about how to speak Spanish, and then it's like already kind of complicated if you think about it, because some words or some phrases are backwards in Spanish than they would be in English.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, you're right.
A lot of Spanish is, so it was kind of like, what? Like, how does that even go together? You know what I mean? But definitely, let's chop it up about that.
We'll be bringing an episode to you, like, because on top of just entertaining and talking about what's hot at the moment. I would also like to begin to maybe educate not only ourselves, but shoot, the people that watch. I think that would be good.
I mean, we can all learn something while cracking up and talking about some real stuff. So why not? You know what I mean? It's always good to, educate your mind, listen to something positive, listen to, even something funny, educational. Man, it's a beautiful thing to like use your mind and actually utilize it.
We should never stop wanting to learn. Because I think when we stop learning, I think we start dying a little bit. Yeah. Because you're not really evolving. Because you're not really even.
It don't even matter what age you get to. Like you should never stop evolving. Never. Or
look
learning
at Pops.
Something new.
Pops going around. Pops walking around asking.
He's using those.
Asking these young ladies,
That's just him being brave.
Yeah,
he was brave.
He got that old school 1950s hustle.
I was like, damn, why you gotta do me like that?
Pop said, I'm still me.
Yes. But what do you want to go into? You want to talk about the main topic?
Yeah, let's go and let's jump right into it.
Okay. So, what did we pick for this week?
So, why is it? What is it? So
why is it so hard being real?
Yeah, why is it so hard being real?
That's like a real question, though. Why is it so hard to be real?
And people, I think, if you ask 10 people, you might get 10 different answers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because everybody has their a situation where I think first we got to define what being real means.
Definitely not lying about anything. Just be straightforward. It don't matter if somebody's feelings are gonna get hurt. I think a lot of people try not to be real to protect, I guess, the other person's feelings. But my feelings are gonna be more hurt if somebody is pretending to be real and I learn that they're actually being fake. Like when you could have just kept it real with me from the beginning. So I think being real is definitely an action, right?
Yeah.
It's an action. So it's like either you're being real or you're being fake. But you know what? Some people convince themselves of their own lie that they believe what they're saying and what they're doing is being real.
A lot of times people also pretend to be real because they have an ulterior motive. Like they want something, so they pretend like they're genuine about how they feel about you, or or what they want out of whatever the friendship or relationship. Yeah, it's only to benefit themselves.
They're gonna leech and take whatever is benefiting them until that person doesn't really have anything, and then boom.
Because
you know what I mean? They're gone.
Yeah, no, because I always say like we live in such a me generation. Like everybody's just about right themselves. They could care less about I'm gonna rock with you until until I get what I want out of it, and then I'm gonna just bounce and I'm gonna leave them high and dry, regardless of where they're at in life. I'm gonna keep it moving, and a lot of people do that, man. And it's hard to really, especially when I feel like you're a good person, because you're so trusting of people. You know, people come off as genuine. I've been fooled plenty of times.
Oh yeah.
People come with this crazy.
I think in the beginning, I think you kind of do, to a sense, get somebody who's genuine and real when you first meet them, right? But also people like to kind of put their best foot forward, so you don't really know what to get until you start hanging around them. And then you start noticing, okay, some of the things are not measuring up, or like they're acting different now.
Yeah.
And so sometimes acting different will cause people to think like, oh, they're being fake, but they're really just acting different. You know what I mean? But it's like whenever you test them, like for instance, if you actually need help and you're giving them help all the time, you're always looking out for them. And it's like, not that you're expecting it back, but if you ever get into a situation where you need them to show the same kind of love, that's when you expose them.
Yeah. I should be able like to come to you about if I rock with you and like you said, I've been just helping you. I should be able to come, especially if I never ask anything.
Yeah.
Like the one time I feel like if I can get that, then cool, I would appreciate it. To me, honesty, I think is like the I always tell people like, man, just be straight up. Like if you're, with dealing with artists, right? I've always said, look guys, if you ain't coming, just hit me and tell me.
Yeah.
For the events that I do. Like that way, at least I know we can skip you, or you know what I'm saying. We have an open spot, but to
you're not paying for studio time or whatever it may be.
Yeah, it's that way we know what we're working with. But to complete, it's like at work. If you go to work and you just don't show up and you don't call, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, you get fired.
You literally can get fired. Like they no call no show policy. A lot of places is like, hey, you get one or two maybe.
But you gotta realize that a lot of people are not real with themselves.
Yeah.
So it's like how you're asking somebody basically to come do the job, and if it's a real artist that's really hungry to get it out here, they're never gonna miss an appointment. They're never gonna miss a slot for them to make some money, put themselves out there, and that goes for any platform. If you're trying to be any type of entrepreneur and you're trying to reach to any kind of goal, if you're not putting in that work, you know what I mean? And if you have to like call, I get it, life happens to everybody, but if this is your passion, and that's kind of you exposing people for who they really are, when they see when they do things like that, you do your part, and it's like, you got to do your part.
So like a lot of times when I quit dealing with people is generally because they did something that was like dishonorable, like in my eyes at least.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, because as opposed to me wanting to fight you or curse you out or whatever.
Yeah, no,
I'd rather just
we grown for that.
Yeah. I'd rather just disassociate myself and separate.
Yeah.
And then they'll wonder like, oh, how come I don't see y'all together? I'm like, I really don't. I try not to go into those type of things because it's like, it can get messy or whatever.
Yeah, that's like a real hard conversation to have with somebody who's seen you with this person for so long, and then boom, they don't see you with that person no more. So yeah, it's kind of like awkward and it's weird, and how can I explain this without like talking shit type
It's almost
stuff.
like if you get even in a relationship, like if you're dating someone, they used to seeing y'all going out, they see you on social media.
They see, like, if for instance, if me and you stop doing this, people are gonna be like, hey, what happened to both of y'all?
Yeah, what happened between y'all?
Yeah.
Like nah, nah, it's just,
Sometimes, I think things fall apart for things to fall back in place, but better than ever. You know what I mean? So I think definitely when people go in and out of your life, they're gonna know what's a real one. You know what I mean? They're never gonna see something like that again, and they're never gonna have a genuine friend like that again, and then they're gonna question themselves and look back and reflect like, oh shit, that
I fumbled
he was,
that. I dropped the
he was.
ball.
But you know what? Sometimes people have too much pride for it too. You know what I mean?
That's
That's
true.
a lot, and I
That
think
pride be a mother.
that's why a lot of people can't be real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They let their pride and they let their ego get the best of them at all times. And it's like, even people like to stunt for people. And it's like, why? Why do people like to stunt for people?
Yeah, I seen something, and I don't even know if it's along the same lines, but right when you said that, that reminded me of like it wasn't really so much as a meme, but somebody posted it, you know, they type in the words or whatever. Is that we live in a generation of men trying to impress other men. You know, it's like, I'm gonna go to the club and stun on these boys.
Yeah.
Like, you really thinking about another man when you go to the club? Like, yo, that's wild to me. Like, you really
Or
want to show
why do you
up?
want to be in a whole section full of guys? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it don't even make sense. Then y'all guys have all these random girls in there that look like they don't even fit in there. And it's like, boy, shouldn't you be at home, like, changing someone's diaper or something? You know, like, you got 4 kids by 3 different baby mamas. Like,
Not only that, they're going and buying like shoes, sneakers, boots, or
their
whatever.
priorities are all messed
But
up.
it'd be like to like, well, I'm gonna be dressed better than that guy or whatever. But like, why is that even cross your mind, like, to think that way?
I was just saying this on my TikTok live.
Oh, you remember that? You remember this?
Yeah, I remember this one. No, it said, I was reading, like, or I was listening to a quote, and it said that poor people, like, they look forward to, like, their paycheck and how, like, to get money, right? And to, like, stunt with their money, because that's what they think is what you're supposed to do with money when they see big money, right? And then middle class people try to get money to work on their credit. Rich people look at money as, what else am I going to invest in to make me money? So, like, you see the 3 different outlooks, but it's like, why? And it's a lot of us minorities, right? That are kind of between lower and middle. You know, we're right there. And I do see a lot of people always trying to stunt for the gram with either, like, at the strip club, you know, throwing ones, or section, or a Gucci backpack with dope, you know, like dope boys, whatever. And it's like, all right, all that's cool. Like, it's very flashy and cool. And if you got the money, shit, do it. But it's like, you got to think of, what do they call it? Longevity? Yeah, like, you know, like, for the long run, because you're not always going to have that money.
I know that's like an entirely different topic, but so a lot of people,
we
and
got
you
off topic.
and you no, and you and I have talked about like the longevity of the talk show. Like, we always want to get better, but if you never start, then you'll never get to that longevity part. You gotta start with what you got, start where you're at, and then go from there and build from that. And what you're saying is crazy, because I've seen dudes on the gram throwing money in the video, got money, you know, they're showing off knots of money and jewelry, and then they'll be in my DM asking me to borrow $20.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, that's wild.
Yeah.
Like, I should be asking you, bro, like, all that money you just had in the video I saw, like, where is that? You know, and so that should be weird to me, man. Like, I don't understand why, like, it's so hard to just be you. Like, it sounds so corny and cliche, but man, people need to learn to be them, because when you're not, it's not real. It's fake.
Exactly, it's fake. And even though it's your money, you made the money.
Yeah, you can do what you want.
And you think, hey, it is real. But it's like, why waste that time? Why waste that energy? Why waste that money on people who are not even going to value you within the next 4 or 5 years? And it could be your chick, it could be your dude, it could be family, you know what I mean? And it's like, man, you got to start living for you.
You'll learn real quick who's really for you when you lose whatever money, fame. When all that goes away, who's still standing there rocking with you? And that teaches you so many valuable lessons, you know. But
it humbles you, for sure. It humbles you. And I think everybody kind of needs to be humble sometime at their life. It's good for everybody. It builds character, for sure. But man, if I can ever just, like, leave anything, it's not cool not to be real. It's more cooler to be real, and you'll be forever remembered for being that person who always kept it real.
I've always told people, like, look, if we work together, um, look, if there's ever a day that you want it to stop, like you want to move on from whatever it like, and I'm saying this to you on camera, like if there's ever a day you say, look, I'm no longer interested in doing TDM Talk, it's cool. Like we can have that conversation any day. Like I will never. I'd be more upset and probably hurt if you just switched up on me and didn't say nothing, as opposed to just kind of like just stop, kind of like we don't get together to film, or I hit you up and I'm hitting you up week after week, like, hey, what's up, when we gonna film? And you're just, oh, I got this, like instead of being straight up, it's like, damn, that's kind of messed up. Like, she could have just told me, and
no, you're fueling my fire right here, because this is what I want to do. It's not one of those things where I'm just like, yeah, I think it's cool at the moment. No, because then I'm a little bit goofy putting myself out there like that. Like, girl, what happened to your podcast?
Yeah.
Nah, but it's not even about that. Like, I don't really care what people have to say, but at the end of the day, like, you met somebody who's like hungry for it. I'm ready for it, just like you're ready for it. This is your brand, and I'm gonna treat it like if it's my brand. So we going hard in the paint. You know what I mean? We're gonna do this. We're gonna be all over Houston.
And and we're equally supporting each other. I'm supportive of your brand and what you're doing, and I'm seeing it growing like every day, like little by little. I see and I think that's so dope.
I know, and it's only been 2 episodes. You know what I mean?
She's on YouTube more than I am every week. She's got 2. She's with us on Thursdays and on hers on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So
you too. You have Taco Tuesday. Crazy.
Sometimes.
Taco Tuesday hits. I kind of just want to go along for the food.
I told you you pull up whenever.
Can I pull up? I'm part of TDM, right?
Man, we just dropped an episode, and I already had a few people hit me up like, hey, let's go do lunch, or let's go shoot an episode, and I'm like, okay, but I mean, I get that a lot, and the people everywhere tell me like how much they rock with that segment, that part of it. I go, yeah, well, I just wanted to do something different,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're getting away from the being real or fake, but yeah, I mean, it goes back to kind of just being a real one, with each other, and that's all I really want around me is just people that's real about it. Like, you ain't gotta have no millions of dollars. I mean, it would help, but you can come hang out with me. I'll come hang out anywhere anytime.
You got a boat or what?
Yeah, you got a boat. My boy Josh got a yacht, man. I told him, I said, well, if I'm ever in Miami, we gonna use it. And he said, yeah, let me know.
Shit, let's go to Miami next weekend.
Hey,
I was kidding.
we go out there and party for real on the boat.
Real.
But
no, let's circle back though. I mean, okay, so give me a scenario on when someone did not keep it real with you. I guess you did already, right? About the artist.
I got a bunch of them. So I mean, we can and different ones. But I was gonna, if you want to go first, you can.
Have you ever caught yourself in the moment not being real? Like even in the past, because I'll be honest, I have not been perfect. You know what I mean? I definitely have been fake with myself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like
so. I've put on, like, I guess you could say a whole show where you never know I was going through something. So it was all the way fake for sure.
But I don't know if that's really considered fake. I look at
but I mean like a whole divorce. Like a whole marriage. So there's that. So I guess you consider myself being fake or whatever.
I've been at places I've been at events where I'm kind of like, I really don't want to be here, but I'm because I try to be a man of my word and show up and hang out or whatever.
It's probably not like you don't want to be here, because I've had those feelings too. Like I want to go because I want to go show love, but man, you just be so exhausted. Socially exhausted, mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. It just sometimes takes the best of you. So I don't think that's being fake either.
And then we don't realize sometimes, man, that some people really do drain your energy. Like, you can be at an event and it might be cool, but sometimes some of the people around there they suck that energy out of you, and you're just like, I don't really want. Or you see somebody you really just don't, like, I just don't like that person, or whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
But
I guess what? I probably get on people's nerves that don't like me, because I always have a cheerful fucking attitude. I'm always, it don't even matter if I know you don't like me. I'm still going to be cool. I'm not going to be over here all miserable to the side.
Well, we talked about
you can be miserable. I'm going to be happy.
Hey,
I choose to be happy at all times. So I'm sorry if my happiness brings you
I like how she did
misery.
that. That's true though.
I'm just never gonna change up. Like, I'm not gonna change up who I am because somebody else feels some type of way towards me or acts towards me. That's cool. Everybody's allowed to act however they want to act, and I get it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But one thing about me is if you come to me and try to talk to me, I'm always gonna keep it real, like I am. I think sometimes people love me for that, and sometimes people hate me for the same reason.
Yeah, always. I think being a real one and just being real about things, you're gonna get that hate, that love hate, because a lot of people, especially when they're in the wrong, they don't like someone to be real, because that person that's being real is gonna tell them straight up, like, hey, you were wrong, you were in the wrong. There's been a couple of rap beefs that we've tried to kind of like squash, like in our little industry, or little disagreements, you know. And
I mean, it has a lot to do with your maturity too.
And that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some people just didn't want to, you know, even deal with it. You know, they would rather just keep it like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I mean,
but you know, a lot of people are non-confrontational. They do not like confrontation. So even if
stop beefing with people then if you're not confrontational, because shit, we will come see you.
I'm gonna say along the lines that you have brought up about the people who, like, for instance, didn't call a show, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't want you to question them, or they don't want that confrontational, that possibility of them having to explain themselves on why they're not coming. They just kind of like rather not say nothing at all or keep it short. So then it kind of comes off to us like they're not being real. But in reality, they just don't like confrontation. So, you know what I mean? So sometimes that can cross as them not keeping it real. But
I tend to decipher what, you know, I can kind of know more or less.
You can kind of feel their vibe.
But I know one rapper in particular who he did me that way, right? He didn't show up, didn't call. And it's crazy because I had told them in the group chat, because I used to do a group chat with all the artists that were performing. And I remember telling all of them, like, yo, if you're not coming, just shoot me a DM, a text.
Yeah.
If you want to call, it don't matter, but just let me know. Even if you're lying, but just tell me, hey, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that. But then I see him, you know, later on Instagram, you know, beefing with a whole nother person, you know. And so I'm like, nah, you like confrontation, because obviously you're out with it. So you were, you know, maybe he was just scared to tell me. I don't know. Maybe he was just afraid that, I don't know. I don't really, or maybe he just didn't really, because I took it like you saying F you to me, you know, like, man, forget him. I'm just not going to deep and tell him. I'm just not going.
You know what? I would probably keep it real with him. I would have been like, oh, my bad, homie. I didn't realize that you didn't want to make no money. I didn't realize that you didn't want to put yourself out there. It's cool. I won't bother you no more. I'm not going to bother you to make some money. Like, we're all grown men or grown people. Grown woman. But you know what I mean? Like, but then that's why I get so upset, because it's like, yo, I'm 4'11". You know what I mean? I'm like, what, pushing 145, maybe 150. But you know what I mean? Like, like, why does it's like I'm intimidating to some. You know what I mean? And it's like, why?
I think, like, I know with you, it's probably like you said, the being happy, the persona, the aura that you bring, you know, because I know I've seen it when we've been out at events. You know, I see you talking to everybody. You know, you doing business, you working, having fun, and I think sometimes, you know, and it's crazy because I said this to Powder as well. It's like, maybe some people haven't reached out because they're intimidated by you to possibly make some money together or to work together. Which is weird. Well, I don't want to say weird. It's not.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Exactly.
I like, closed mouths don't get fed. So I don't know. Like, I get it. Just not everybody is gonna be like me or you, right? I wish, you know, sometimes like my presence will kind of inspire somebody to want to, not so much like be like me, because that's not what I'm saying, but you know, like, just to like reach out more, do more. Like, I hope I'm somewhat inspiring to some, so that way they can see, like, yo, it's not that hard. All you gotta do is like communicate to people, talk to people. And man, it's so many dope ass opportunities that I've had present it to me just by keeping it real or talking to somebody. Just hello, hi, how are you? I'm Melissa. You know.
I think every opportunity that's come my way has been because I either went to that person or someone connected the dot or the
Yeah.
bridge. Like when I asked you about Topo Chico
Yeah.
for my event, you know, and then you put us in the email and you know, so things like that, you know, don't happen just out of because I wouldn't have known who to reach out to.
Yeah.
But I seen them at your event, and so I was like, well, let me ask her,
Yeah.
you know, and you gladly
Yeah.
just here, you know, you know, and it's, I mean, it's the same with me. Like I don't, what do they call it? Gatekeep. Like I don't gatekeep things.
Yeah.
Like if you see something that I use or that I got or whatever, and I can get that for you, man,
Yeah.
just ask. You know, like I got
Yeah.
you.
A lot of people are not like that. A lot of
Nah.
people don't want you to know how they got it or where they got it
Oh
from
yeah.
because it's like they feel like you're gonna take from their money. But in
Yeah.
reality, it's like there's so many people doing almost the same thing, and it's like you just do your own thing. It's you selling it. You know what
It's
I
like I
mean?
told you with the
You're
Spotify thing. Like I remember in the beginning asking people around me about how do I get on Spotify,
yeah.
and nobody really, you know, or they would be like, yeah, I got you. I'll tell you, you know, I'll tell you, you know, yeah, I got you, you know, I got you, and it never came.
Yeah, it never came through.
And it went to where like, well, shit, I'm just gonna have to do, you know.
You're gonna have to figure it out on your own.
And I did,
Yeah.
and then I gladly shared the info with you.
Yeah, thank you.
And
Yeah.
so now we're here, man. We're rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
We're keeping it real. We're growing week by week.
Yeah.
You know, piece of content by piece of content is gonna continue to grow, and like I'm excited to see where you're headed.
Us, where we're headed,
Yeah.
where we're headed.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. But I know with you just starting your podcast, like seeing it from the ground up,
Yeah.
and even before, you know, when I first seen the logo, I was like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah.
You know, and then I was like, okay, you know, now it's like, where do we go from here? Okay, now look at you. You second episode in, you know, like you out there.
I'm telling you, all you gotta do is show me a little inch and I got it. Like that's it. If someone can just bless me by just showing me little things here and there, I'ma figure it out. I always have. That's just in my nature. But I
Yeah,
appreciate
so man,
you.
let us know what y'all definition of being real and being a fake one. If y'all got stories that y'all would like to share, because I would love to definitely revisit this topic. Maybe bring in a guest, you know, to also talk
Yeah.
about, you know, maybe certain instances. Because I mean, we can share our stories all day, and I've shared them, you know, on other episodes of TDM Talk and just on other interviews that I've done.
Yeah.
Because it happens every day. There's a ton of people out there that just cannot just be them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's disappointing because you tend to like certain people. You meet people, you're like, man, I really like this person.
Yeah.
Like they're a good artist or they got a good product.
Yeah.
But damn, their business or their character,
Yeah.
you know, is in question. And that
Yeah.
always, you know,
Because a lot of people can have a dope ass brand, but they're not approachable.
yeah,
They're not approachable, or
not easy to work with either.
yeah, it's not easy to work with. I know a lot of times at my events, a lot of people will come and try my product just because I'm up, like talking. Hey,
Yeah.
would you like? And a lot of people sit back and chill. You know what I mean? I mean, vice versa. I mean, sometimes it works for them. You know what I mean? It really works for them. So to each his own on that one. But you know, I always say closed mouths don't get fed. You know what I
Facts.
mean? And we're all on this journey together. We're all living this life together in a way. You know what I mean? So it's just like, man, keep it cool with people. Like,
Yeah.
there's no need to be ugly.
It's really not that
There's
difficult.
so much money out here for everybody to get it.
Facts. Yeah.
You ain't got to step on no one's toes to get it.
Yeah, at all. You really don't. And I think when you are that person that does that, like when you kind of were willing to be like dishonorable towards people or a business, like okay, you might get that win right there, but man, in the long run, all you're doing is burning your bridges left and right, and we know so many people like that.
There's in that quote. Here goes me quoting something else again. It says, "You can't be real and then be fake and then be real again." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
only be real and be real. That's it.
Like-
There's no back and forth. There's no
Like
black,
basically, once you
black
show
and
you're
white.
fake, you
Yeah,
you
there's
won't
no
ever
going
be a
back.
real person again. Like not to me
Yeah.
at least. That's a good one
Yeah.
to go with, man. So just remember that, man. You do some shit that's like dishonorable, fake, not genuine, man, like you got to live with that, and I guarantee that lives rent free in their head. To me, it they may think like nah, I don't, but nah, I bet it does, because later on when you need that favor, or you need something, and it ain't there because everybody knows about you and they back away from you. Hey, that's
like
on you.
Pimp C said, never let hoe ass ride.
There you go.
No, for real. Keep that the policy.
Hey,
don't let my boy Pimp C down.
Nah, they've been letting Pimp C down,
I
man.
know.
Pimp
I
C
felt
be
him.
so mad right now.
I know. Look, homie, I felt you one time. Okay, good 2 times. But you know, it's hard out here in these streets.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
No, for real.
Nah, but man, we what you got going on this weekend?
So this weekend, man, I'm gonna be outside this weekend.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so Sunday we're having Sunday Fun Day at the Dugout.
Okay.
Little Kiki's gonna be there, Pawa's gonna be there, DJ Chose is gonna be there. Bunch of cars out there, slap show for sure. Concert, it's for all ages, so all kids of all ages can go. I'm gonna be over there posted up with Houston drip sauce and selling my salsa.
Dope.
Yes.
Make sure y'all stop by, go buy you a jar or 2 or 10.
Just come try it. Literally, just come try it.
I guarantee you'll like it.
Never disappoint you.
Yeah, I guarantee you'll like it, man. So we also will be at a toy drive. I mean, I don't know why I keep calling it a toy drive. It's a back to school drive. I know a lot of people already went back to school, and I told the guys like, most people be back to school.
No, everybody got prepared. You know what I mean? That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you still need school supplies, come see us right here on Sunday. See, I did that for the effect, because I'm gonna put you can see, I've been practicing that. So I gotta get the timing down, put that flyer, boom, be like, right there. Yeah, come see us on Sunday, man. We'll be out there.
And I'll have my flyer right here.
I gotta make it that big too. Like, I can't read that. Yeah. Again, make sure you guys go subscribe to the channel, Real Hot Mom Shit. The link is in the description. Her logo is right there. So yeah, man, go subscribe to the channel. Support, man, support. Her last episode was really deep, man. You gotta go check it out. I loved it. I can't wait to see can't wait to see the next one. So man, yeah, come see us this weekend, man. She'll be out Saturday. I'll be out Sunday. It's gonna be, we're gonna be out. We are outside this weekend.
We are outside.
It's gonna be hot. I know that.
Oh yeah, it's Houston, baby. It's Houston.
Well, again, make sure you hit that old subscribe button, man. We're 222 followers. Woo! I mean, subscribers away from 1,000.
Wow.
So I'm telling you, every day. And if it weren't for the haters that's unsubscribing. I'm sure you're still watching, so hello. Yeah, thank you. We probably would have been there already by now, but I mean, hey, it comes with the territory. No,
you know what? The real ones stick around. The fake ones always get weeded out. So thank you for that. Yeah. But you know what, baby? Without them too, without these, you know what I mean? We're gonna lose 2. We're gonna get some. You know what I mean?
Facts.
We're gonna get there, no matter what.
Oh yeah, you ain't stopping nothing. So.
Nah.
But. On that note, man, we wish you guys a good rest of the week. Hopefully we'll see you guys this weekend. Again, subscribe to our channels. Links are in the description. Follow her on Instagram and all that good stuff, man. So on that note, we are Them Damn Mexicans.